Yeah, something I wanted to note about was here this Tony and Kessel rotation we saw in week 3 here, Max man. The fact that Live and Joeyscags on this combination here is time and time again have proven well, and they dominated it in the groups. This rotation where the Tony will come down it with the Kessel, and they will really put the pressure against the top laner. I want to see that same pressure put on the map against obviously the Miho as well. She's talked about this Miho needs to be shut down. It's going to be up to the Arden on Rudy here to shut down this Miho in the top lane. But I want to see these rotations out from the jungler. Really, it's going to be all eyes on Live here, on the Tony. Going to be his rotations around the map to not only help Kestrel in the bot lane, help Joeyscags, but also to shut down the enemy bot laner on this Miho.
Little fishery coming out from Quickabilia. The matchup that I'm really looking forward to is going to be in the top lane, to be completely exact. It's going to be Joeyscags on Kestrel versus Deadly Hollow's Grace. So it's a really interesting matchup. The reason why is because when Deadly Hollow decides to go for the engage on his Benediction, he actually gets himself a holy bar, a holy shield that makes him a lot more tankier to like insane burst damage, just as the glimmer shots in the early game stage from a Kestrel. So here is actually, I actually do think is a pretty decent matchup. You saw there, he went for the Benediction, got his holy shield for a few seconds, even though he was not really getting harassed there. So Deadly Hollow, if he times it properly, could come out on top, but unfortunately, he's just getting completely out-traded by Joeyscags because he's not using the minions positioning to his advantage. So he's going to go to base really early on, which is really just going to give a lot of room to Joeyscags to farm up early game.
Yeah, this will obviously leave pressure on the map. So it will be Ghostwing now in trouble as Live has rotated down to the mid lane, and that's going to cause him rotation from Joker as well in the mid lane now coming over. He's going to struggle to get this farm, Max man, because there's now this 3-man rotation now, but Crossbully has now come back. We've seen top lane Joeyscags really pushing it in under the Deadly Hollow as well. Same with Rudy against Miho, really pushing his lane in. So well done in the early game lading phase coming out from both the top and bottom lane.
Also, I just realized something else too. They have a Catherine on their side, so there's the Joker on this Catherine. He's playing it in a roam position, which thinking back actually on saying what I said about Grace, it is pretty decent into a Kestrel. It can do some kind of work with the Benediction and the Holy Nova, like can really tank up a lot more of those glimmer shots. But they have a Catherine, and Catherine is known to be such a good matchup into a Kestrel because of those bubbles, like can really soak up the damage output. So I'm really surprised they didn't actually switch that over and have Catherine top lane, even though like after I do know that Grace in a roaming position is not the best kind of roam. So I think on the tanky / utility side of things, they could have maybe drafted it a little bit better and went for like just a reliable source, maybe like a Finn or something like that. But it seemed like we're gonna have a little bit of an invade coming out from Joeyscags over for this Crystal Trident. Vainglory still on the farm, not really joining the fray, but Deadly Hollow's around the corner. It's going to be a potential 4v4 fight in this early game stage, Highland.
Yeah, we see the fight coming out here now, and it's going to be Live almost going down 10% health, but it's going to be Joker, now Joeyscags trying to find a Malison Verdict onto Live, but the perk will give him that Baron, and not going to find the Crystal Trident, and they're going to have to be forced back, but it's Oscuri here, going to be almost being burned down. And that will be 5% health remaining, and out with the flash popped as well, just to keep him alive. And now they're going to pressure on this Crystal Triana here. We're going to manage to get that away with that damage onto the Scarf here, but we look like they want to take a return kill here. Max man, it's going to be the Joker, almost going down. Crocodile, Spitfire will land, and so will the Fish Food, but the fight is disengaged.
Yeah, they were unfortunately not able to quite find too much. Almost hard enough to come in with the Bloodful Banner, secure it away with that banner, but it was just a little bit too late, just about 1 second too late there. So will not be able to secure that for his team. Still, we are 4 minutes in, a gold lead of just about 400, going in favor of the Joker. So really, at this stage, is not too much. Can really overlook that was up too much of an issue as they go for their own camp. So that's going to be 2 CP buffs going over in their favor. Can they use that to play a little bit more aggressive in the early game stage and get that cooldown reduction? That can be actually pretty impactful in the likes of Joeyscags, with that, especially that Drift in Dark, so you can use that a little bit more often for your insane pushes in your early to mid game stage. But it seems like he will not be going for that. Fish Root does connect, and that's going to allow Joeyscags to turn around, go for the engage with the Malison Verdict. Can he get Nomad? Not quite, unfortunately. And he focuses back onto the minion wave. Live comes in with a taunt, doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. The Nomad extremely low. Does have the flask just in case, so he can play a little bit more aggressive if he wants to. But it's always better if he can keep that flask for as long as possible, as one more minion will get secured by Joeyscags. But a big rotation happening towards the top lane by Life, but they still haven't bullied that top lane at all. And they got Kestrel. They should really try and use that to shut down this top lane turret ASAP, so she can rotate a little bit more and have overall a more global impact.
Yeah, we're now 5 minutes into the game, and their gold lead is dead even. They're non-existent there, Maxman, but Joeyscags is finally on the turret in the top lane, but obviously Deadly Hollow, such good clear speed with Deadly Hollow's perk on the Grace will manage to get that double basic attack down and stop the minions pushing, so we're just going to have to back off and try again, but good job on Deadly Hollow here in the, to defend that push, but on the opposite side we do see the Joker and Amkio here, Maxman, in the bot lane, now pushing that in, Amkio just can't quite find the same return potential though, Rudy just tanky target around the Arden, and it's going to be too hard for Miho to burst someone like that down in this early game stage.
The fight for the CP trade is going to be happening again. Life is around the corner, but he's going to be a little bit too long, too late. Joker hits a stun, going to try and stack up, because he's only got 5 stacks this early on, so really he's kind of 10 stacks behind the normal average. You're trying to hit like about 2 to 3 stacks per minute on this Catherine, but seemed like the top lane turret will be going down very soon. Joeyscags, these guys 4 stacks and the Glimmer Shot's available, but you're not going to be basic stacking for a few seconds there, so unfortunately going to be losing that window where he could have actually took down that turret. But he should be getting it next rotation, as we're going to see Deadly Hollow going back to shop, seeing what he's going to be buying right now. He's going to go for what seemed like a Pulse first item, so that's going to be just always a good item for the Benediction Engage. Applies slow and AoE to everyone you dive on. Can't go wrong with that really, it's just a good item on Grace.
We want to talk about his builds, right? We've got the Samuel building all these crystal bits, so it's really going to make this early game for the Samuel strong. Samuel, if he can get to this early game, will be really strong against Scarf. He can really pressure the Scarf behind his own turret, which is a good play, good foresight there from Ghostwing. Scarf has opted to go to one heavy prism. But it will not carry his Nomad back. One is going to go down. The reflex blockade to use, but it doesn't matter. It says from first blood, Maxman is going to fall. And now it's going to be a slight gold lead, opening up about 1,000 gold, 900 gold in the lead for the side of the Joker's team. Not really major difference here. The game has opened up now. The first no turret has gone down yet. Obviously, Joeyscags could not take down that first turret just yet, and because Deadly Hollow's now sat back in that lane with the pulse wheel, it's going to make it even harder for him to push down, and we just see Life making that rotation up there too.
Yeah, Joker going to try and assist. He knows those turrets going to be going down, so they've got to try and assist. Here, Deadly Hollow, double mantle, we're going to get you coming on through. Doesn't go for the Bada Boom because really it's not worth it. Joeyscags would not be able to burst him down fast enough. They just hit the stun. It's taken out from the Joke on the Merciless Pursuit, but Deadly Hollow might be going a little bit too deep there despite getting the Holy Shield. It's not going to be too much. He does go for the Divine Intervention. He knows he's going to have to soak up the damage coming out of Joeyscags, so he has to use it right now. But it doesn't matter, as the Cavalry is here. Joeyscags and Crocodile are going to be rotating chopped, pushing him back a little bit. One shot kill going to be connecting, sent down to the bot lane. Kyo going lower and lower, going to be going out. The gauntlet does come on through. Almost able to connect, but Kyo just slips his way out of that one. And that was a really, really close one. Nice trying to one-shot kill. Really good communication actually coming out from Midget's gang as they tried to get that connection from Joeyscags.
Yeah, we see that full-man rotation has come out to deny that turret from Joeyscags there. Nomad has to be careful. Almost going down again. We see that push in the top lane. It will be Joeyscags going down, but the return kill. Now Bada back into the turret, and Deadly Hollow looks like he might not be long for this world. The Divine Holy Nose is not going to stun anyone up here, but it doesn't matter, is the Tony will kill off Deadly Hollow, but we see that the flask has been popped out and now he's looking to try to get away. He might just survive this one, Maxman. The turn is there again, but it's not going to be enough as he is on the turret, and that
got it. Yeah, got it.
It's going to get him now. Not quite, but it might lose the turret. It might lose his life. One shot, one kill, going to miss as well. He gets the kill, almost.
He needed one basic attack and that would have been the end. That is so unfortunate, but still life. Hey, you know what? If you persevere, man, you'll get everything you want in life. So he got the kill. He's happy right now. Even though that would have looked really, really bad. You could have added that to a fail montage if he actually died there. So I'm happy that didn't happen to life, especially on my favorite pick of Tony, you know. That was,
no total feature right now happening, but the fact that we've shut down Joeyscags and this Kettle, we're now almost 10 minutes into the game, Maxman, and that first turret still has not got down. They refuse to let that turret go down with 4-mana rotations with the dive from the Catherine as well. We did manage to secure that kill onto Joeyscags. It started that fight up in the top lane. We see now in the jungle, Joker trying to engage on Nomads, Cockatoo coming down now, and it's not going to matter though. Life has made that rotation up. Oscu there to help as well. They still want to zone them away though from getting back into mid lane, making it harder for them to clear their waves.
Yeah, we've seen Life has been really consistent on those taunts though. I do have to praise him for that. He did overdrive the taunt first, which is always really good. Got an insane potential CC. It does increase from a pretty high ratio if you do overdrive it first, so good call for him. He's been really consistent on that ability. The push will be happening in mid lane. Not going to be doing too much. That wave is just going to be a little bit too thin. Joeyscags in top lane, still trying to get that turret, but Deadly Hollow just defending it until his last breath. Maybe a little bit too long as he just walks for the Holy Nova into the active camo of Joeyscags, and that's going to be an easy kill
still
pick
not gonna
up.
get it with Max, man.
Oh my god, that was still a nice attempt, but unfortunately, just a little bit unfortunate he went into that. And even if he didn't get stunned up, he was going to die 100%. So not too sure what the idea was there for Deadly Hollow. The fight for the Crystal Trident is going to be happening again. Version 3 of the fight. Which one will take it for themselves? He goes in for the Lullaby, gets to sleep, and try and slow down the potential dive and engage from this Catherine. So he'll be going back out of that fight. Can't be put to sleep for the next 30 seconds. In the top lane, the turret will finally go down. Same into the bot lane as Kyo finds it for himself. So an even trade on the side lane so far for both teams respectively. As Kyo is looking to try and hit some stun, refresh his Ryzen. And checking out the itemization, he's got his Sword Blade, he's going to go for the Tension Bow build, so full burst going over for this Miho. But the mid lane fight
is starting up though now, the Dragon's Breath is going to come out from the Scarf, and now the Tsukuyomi is going to be blocked out as we want to see Maxman, but the Torn not going to land on anyone, but it doesn't matter as the Highlight will be the first to go down. Now the Bada Boom already used. Now the Joker into mid lane but has run away. Now obviously ultimates have been used. Rudy trying to engage again. Joker on the wrong side of the fight though. Raizan
great!
It has hit 2 members. Now the Divine Invention has hit the cap and gonna keep her alive, but stuck in the gauntlet. Will manage to get that on out of there though, and it will be no more falling. Just a 1-for-1 trade. We talk about this trade in the top lane as well, Max. We talk about this, the fact that we stopped the Kestrel getting that early game advantage. They stopped this siege, and although Kyo gets it at the same time, that's not even in my opinion, because late game, this Miho is going to scale a heck of a lot more than a Kestrel would. Unless Kestrel gets ahead, it's going to be really hard for its enemy bot lane to shut down something like a Miho.
It's definitely going to be really, really hard. But we saw in that last fight in the mid lane there that the Lullaby coming out from the Nomad Vagabond actually really slowed down the potential engage of Kyo. Put him to sleep, was getting slowed down, and then he was not really being too impactful in that fight. So that's why I think that Viola into Miho is actually a really good counter pick. And so far, Nomad Vagabond's been doing really, really good on those Lullabies. Just going to have to see if he can be consistent on that performance, if he can be consistent on that ability, as a few members are going to be rotating from both teams towards the mid lane. A potential fight might be happening here, but no, it's just going to be a slow push. Both teams are going to be pretty respectful on that one. But we are now almost getting to the 13-minute point of this game. The goal lead of just about 1,000 in favor of the Joker. And the Ghostwing is now spawned, and they're actually going to be going for it just about nigh. Will this team come through from Mr. Rudy?
Lower health here. The sleep has come through. The Tsukuyomi has been blocked. This Bada Boom used. Now Tony's out the fight. Nomad almost going to die, but will manage to get the barrier to get away from there. Deadly Hollow. Ghostwing still attacking on the fight. This Boom will miss. And now, as you say, this messy team fight, Maxman Taunt has come back in. They're looking for the Grace. They're looking to try and re-engage. The Light perhaps has found himself caught out here. The Magic down. We managed to get the Ghostwing on the backside of this. Now the Gauntlet's going to come out. And with this extra Ghostwing buff, they're looking to take more kills. Dragon's Breath has been used, but won't find anyone. They're looking to try continue find people, but they're just too slippery, Maxman. They can't find anyone else.
Really good Crucibles all around the board in that fight. Unfortunately, a little bit of a miscall and a mishap on the side of the Joker. They tried to go for a good old bait on the Ghostwing, but it did turn against them, and they did lose most members in that fight. Unfortunately, just a few deaths, a few having to just backport back to base, so they will lose that one, unfortunately, and Ghostwing was getting secured by Joeyscags. Though a counter push will be happening in mid lane. Will they commit to this one? I think VG Hosway should go for it, and same for Kyo. This should be an easy turret secure, but it seemed like unfortunately they didn't commit to it fast enough, and that turret will still be standing as we are almost hitting the 4 hours. We are going to be hitting now the 14-minute mark. Blacklaw is also on the rise now, Highland, so the next team that wins the fight, it can potentially take that global objective and just completely wreak havoc through the mid lane. But VG Hosway on his own in the mid lane, he's going to have a little bit of a hard time. If that Torque connected, that was going to be GG well play for VG Hosway, but he's just able to barely slip his way out of it.
Yeah, you talk about how thin these margins are, Maxman. The Bada Boom's going to miss, so in the fight has engaged. The Lullaby's not going to connect to anyone, though, from Nomad Vagabond. Only Joker's there on the back, doesn't really affect the team fight that much. They look like they found Deadly. Joeyscags wasn't in that fight, though. They didn't want to engage that full fight, knowing that all 5 members of decided Joker's team were there now. The Joker's team looking to engage onto a fight. Catherine trying to find someone with a pursuit here, but not going to land it. Are too quick for them here, Max, man. Joker still going in. The Tsukuyomi has landed onto life. Gonna get the stun up. And now the Drowsy's gonna come in here. And now the Lullaby is gonna silence up as many people as they can. They're only gonna find one person, though, so they come out, though. Sleep also gonna be blocked up here, Max, man. They're fighting over the gold, though. They're fighting over the jungle here. Razan's gonna come out. Gauntlet's gonna miss. As a result, now they're looking to get away, but VG Jocelyn has been zoned out of the fight here, Max, man. He has to respect the damage, though. On the side of Mitchell's going to have to respect that damage. Also coming out from the side of VG Jocelyn. 2 low health bars to fully engage him.
Yeah, really surprised that nobody died in that encounter, though. You're going to see Joker trying to go for the engage on the Merciless. Can't quite connect it. Nomad answers back with his own damage. CJ can actually do something, but right now, Nomad, he's sitting on this Crucible. Maybe going to be going for Fountain next. You have to go for a capacitor play on this kind of pickup. Viola needs capacitor play to really have the full potential you're looking for. But Tony gets a stun, goes for the Bada Boom. VG Ghostwing in the opposing side, and he's going to get shut down, put to sleep also. And that's going to be the end of the beans for VG Ghostwing as he's going to get shut down. And now they can try and go for a bait on the Black Claw, but I think that might be a little bit of a risky play. Known to Asturi and Nomad Vagabond are so low, so that's a little bit unfortunate. That was an opportunity, but they're just going to be taking it slow, looking for more opportunities around the map, maybe try and take a little bit of a bigger push towards the top or mid lane, which they're going to be doing right now, which I think is a good call. They're taking it safe.
Yeah, I mean, that combination there of the Tony into the Viola, we see the fight break out again, no Max, man. They're looking this 3v2. They're trying to find the rotation has come out from Cockville. They can't find any members here. They are positioning around Blackcore, though. They're looking to try get this positioning. The Drowsy has come out there onto 2 members, and this is what we want. The Silence has come out before the sleep comes to effect here, Max, man. Tsukuyomi has hit on lots of members, though, here. The block coming out to block the stuns from the Razan, but it doesn't matter as they're going in. This could connect on the 2. The sleep on the Oblivion going to connect onto the staff, going to connect there. There will be the 1 member falling. And now the Gauntlet coming out defensive. It doesn't matter as the Arden has fallen. Joker going to survive. VG just tanking up a tower, avoiding 1 death. But decide that it will be a 3-4-0 trade for this WWE Joker's team.
What an Oblivion from VG Hoswo there, just completely shut down the escape route of the opposing side and just getting himself a nice double kill on that skirmish. That was really nicely executed by him. I'm Kyo going to go for the enemy jungle, getting a weapon treant, so I can apply a little bit more of a slow. I do like how really Nomad played around his engage on the Lullaby. But unfortunately, I do think he kind of wasted it there. He has to use it to try and slow down the potential engage from Kyo, not to fully command engage, because if he does do that, they can't get put to sleep for the next 30 seconds. So I think Nomad maybe got to hold on to that ability a little bit more, because if he does, unfortunately, use it a little bit, like, doesn't use it scarcely, he might actually regret it a little bit, because then the pick itself of Viola is not going to be having the impact you're really looking for against this Miho. So maybe just be a little bit more careful of how he uses it, as he does get another Drowse on top of this Catherine, going to put him to sleep, but no one is going to be really able to get on top of that. Do go for the taunt, but Joker's going to be just fine at the end, as we all know.
Yeah, 5 pats comes out there again. They're looking position around the Ghostwing. Has spawned Max, man, but they're looking also decided for Joker to clear out their own jungle right now. They need to get that weapon power onto Kia before we can fight again. They need that extra damage coming out from that bonus. VG Jocelyn going to the farming side. Very aggressive, though, has been hit by the Drowsy effect. Perhaps we'll see CC come out there with actually be just Nomad almost falling down. The Tsukuyomi's going to miss, so the Crucible has been used already by the side of Mitchell. And Badaboom going to be blocked out here. Very tight margins here, man. The finding vegetables he'll be just be back up. They're trying to get the Crystal Treant here, but they don't want that stall, and they will manage to defend that Crystal Treant attack there, but they just don't care, Max. Man, they're going on to the Ghostwing now, and it looks like the fight will still continue here as the Fish Booth will secure it, but Drowsy effect has been hitting onto several members. It doesn't matter, Nomad will be the first to fall, and now it looks like the engage returning onto the side of Mitch's gang, but they don't want to fight Max, man. They just don't have the health bar.
So yeah, I talked about it. Nomad, he's engaging too much, and there, that's why he did die and lose his life. He was going too aggressive to try and apply that Lullaby, and then just got shut down. He is a peeling hero with that ability. You're not supposed to engage because, unfortunately, the pick itself is so squishy that even if you are playing Rome, Miho, Samuel, Catherine, they're just going to be heroes that are easily going to be chunking down your HP bar. You've just got to be a little bit more careful of how you go for that. So I really say that Nomad's got to put back into perspective how he's playing this. No steal will be coming on through, unfortunately, but that is just fine. They will be securing that Black Claw for themselves. They're going to be pushing through the mid lane, potentially try and even choke Ownprint this base of Midget's gang, but they're going to go for the weapon trin. Now Kyo going to get those extra slows on his basic attacks, but though Joker a little bit out of position, the taunt will not connect. Trying to force out Cruci. He does actually hit a nice ultimate on top of Joeyscags, but double sleep will be trying to come on through. He does Cruci it just in case. You're never too sure. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, this is a black hole pushing down now. Maxman is taking out the tier 2 turret, looking for that base turret there now in the mid lane. As the black hole moves in, the position round, the drowsy effect has come into effect with a lullaby, but it's not going to land at anyone. Kyo just too far away of that wall. They look like they're going to take that base turret. Maxman is going to dip on out of it.
Yeah, they can even go for like just the entire enemy jungle, just take it for themselves. So that's what they're going to be doing. I think that's the smartest play of action. Unfortunately, CP Buff's going to spawn a little bit too late. Same for Ghostwing, that's not on the map just yet. So a little bit unfortunate timing, but that is completely a-okay. It's not going to really shut them down too much. Take it out. The gold lead as we hit the 21-minute mark is going to be 3.5k gold in favor of the Joker. So still, when you are 20-minute game in, 5k is not something you can't really get rid of. It's a lead that is like okay to get back from. Like the bounties will be just enough for him to actually be able to come back in the game. But does get double ultimate proc on top of life on Nomad, but unfortunately can't really close the gap. They're trying to force out Crucibles at this stage.
Yeah, you want that Crucible done and out. You want that Crucible gone for the silence out the Catherine. You want the Crucible gone for the sleep out the Slam. You want these other CC abilities to land that otherwise would be blocked out. But that will be a 40-second cooldown now for the Miho as the positioning coming together here for the side of Midget's gang. They're looking to try find any picks, rotating as one cohesive team here at 21.5 minutes of the game. That's what you want to see, Maxman. You want to see these teams come together. You don't want to see these picks coming out because at this late into the game, Blacklaw or Ghostwing really could swing the gold lead to negative if Midget's gang could find a specific pick here.
Fight for the weapon trim might be actually making this fight unfold. Joeyscags, he's got his full build now. He's got also that infusion, so he's going to be popping off in the next fight, and it will be secured away by Oscuri. But though everyone got hit by the ultimate of this Miho, Kyo is going absolute mad, but unfortunately can't refresh his Ryzen again, so he's going to have to call that one a day a little bit early. Feels a bad man, but still, that was a great ultimate, and also did force out the block, so the stuns would have connected right after, so greatly done by Kyo, but unfortunately not quite able to finish it off. But they know that Ghostwing is on the map, and they're just going to try and pull off the bait of their life. They have no information whatsoever. And a sneaky engage should be happening very soon. Vigilhouse maybe going to try and put them off their track. Look at the engage. They're going to happen right on top of Joeyscags. They do go for the engage. And Joeyscags going to get obliterated completely off the surface of the earth. And same for Skuri, my boy. Nomad, Aridi, and Life. They're going to have to be very careful. But they are 3 tanks. They're going to have to go back to base. And they can't do anything here. This is the end.
They just won the end of the game. When both the carriers are down, just end the game, Maxman. Who cares about the support? It doesn't matter. Viola, Arden, and Tony here not going to do anything. They're trying desperately with the drowsy effect and their lullaby to slow this engagement on Faces. But it looks like it will just be game 1, Maxman. They do not care about any damage it will come through. Still 10 seconds left on these respawn timers, and of course it will be game 1 going over to the side of the Joker's team maps.
The Joker, what a first game. Vigilhouse, we're not getting too many kills this game, like compared to what we usually see, but still, he was just getting really good performances. We saw that double kill early in the mid-game phase, and just really doing his job, applying that slow on the Frostburn with those Malice on Verdict. The Oblivion forcing out really good blocks most of the time. Then you just had Kyo just not really getting even to his late game stage, so he had even more potential looking ahead of time. So the fact that he didn't get to that late game and being still so impactful, hitting a 303 KDA, that is still very scary, and I think it still should have got banned.